So you're trying to decide electric or gasoline. Hi, my name is Drew Short with Short Hobby Garden, and my wife April and I have decided to start this channel to help out you as a hobby gardener or somebody that's just getting started in the realm of gardening and don't want to go through the trials and tribulations that we did. So we are sharing our knowledge with you to keep you out of that. So let's start off with gasoline powered engines when it comes to lawnmowers, weed eaters, and blowers. I have used those because electric hasn't always been around. And let me tell you, having gasoline powered stuff is nice because the horsepower is vastly different than an electric powered motor. However, keeping stores of gas in, say, my storage building out there can sometimes be a little nerve-wracking because every time I opened up that door, the aroma or just potent smell of gasoline fumes would just come pouring out of there. And it got to be a little unnerving to know whether or not I was going to have a storage building the next day. So after a while, I decided to try electric, and my budget only allowed me to buy Ryobi. And Ryobi was great first starting off. It was affordable. The batteries were relatively large in size and lasted enough to allow me to finish my yard. However, it did require more than just one charge to do so. I did notice that after a while of using it, the battery started to fail and wouldn't hold a charge very long, and the computer system in the battery versus the charge that it said it had wasn't communicating very well, so the battery would discharge very, very quickly. So I decided to try Ego. Not only were the batteries bigger from a 40 volt to a 56 volt, they were much bigger when it comes to the size of the battery, and they just lasted a lot longer. I was able to mow my yard and my neighbor's yard on one single charge, and that included weed eating and edging. Now, I didn't use one single battery. I just charged all three that I have one time and was able to finish both yards. That's impressive because I wasn't able to do one yard with 5 batteries when it came to the Ryobi. Now, it doesn't mean that electric trumps gas all the time. That's certainly not the case, and don't get me wrong, there is a place for both.